was my review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode 10. Look, I was still recovering from that Salt Lake City finale. Look, that finale made Time magazine yesterday. So yeah, forgive me. Like, this is the only time I think where Salt Lake City came before Beverly Hills. I cannot wait until the reunion. But again, this is not why we're here. This is for Beverly Hills. This is the conclusion to the last episode that was actually explosive of Erica eating Denise Richards up because she brought a knife to a gunfight. So after Erica gags everybody with that OnlyFans comment, there's a little silence, but then Denise says, I didn't want this fight. Really, girl? I mean, production, cue the footage, please, where you attacked her first. And look, it's Erica, but Erica came prepared. She watched the episode that Denise was talking about. She had to, because she remembered that Denise brought up at that dinner in her backyard with the kids at a different table. She said Denise was talking foul too, talking about her husband's big penis and muscles. She's like, no, I didn't say that. And there goes production with the receipts. And then she keeps saying, well, no, I didn't. And then going back and forth, yes, you did. No, I didn't. Erica just continues making her point. And she says, we all made lewd jokes, you just singled me out. We also saw Erica apologize to Denise in the coffee shop for making that comment, but I do get that Denise wasn't there when Erica made the comment. I'm sure they already know what threesomes were. But still, to hold on to that, I just thought it was really weird instead of just moving on. Denise isn't making any sense. Now she's saying Erica's the one brought it up. None of the other ladies want to get involved in this, but by their facial expressions, they're just side-eyeing Denise. She was not ready. I bet she didn't even watch the episode she's talking about. I mean, I get that she lived it, but I think she just did not come prepared at all. At that point, Erica's like, I got nothing left for you, Denise. And it's just silence. They're both sipping their tea. I think that's editing, manipulating the scene, but it's kind of perfect. Erica then says, I didn't want this fight. Denise is like, yeah, you did. Now that she all cut up and everything from Erica's words. And here we go again. Denise is coming at Erica saying she needed to get off coming at her. Denise says Erica's good at deflecting and then brings up the $20 million, but it's too late, girl. You had plenty of opportunity to read the hell out of Erica and you missed it. Just go home like Dorit. You lost, girl. Erica just brushes it off. She says in the court of law it was proven not true. They're then giving death stares to each other, and Kim Richards is like, well, I'm done. She just gets up and says, I gotta go. Thank God, because this needs to be over. Oh, Denise, let it go. Let it go. She then tells Erica, well, you hit below the belt. Erica's as tired as we are. She's like, oh, Denise, fuck off. She then gets up and says, you had your chance, you blew it, and then she excuses herself. It's almost like she broke the fourth wall. Like she knew Denise was trying to come for her, and this was her second chance to try, and she failed again. If this was Denise's last episode, I don't blame her, because after this embarrassment, I wouldn't be around the group either. After Erica goes into the kitchen, where I didn't realize where all the other ladies are, I guess they were told, oh, can you guys just go in the kitchen while the main cast films in the living room? Calvin says she thinks going for the kids is hidden below the belt. And then Garcelle points out to her, well, why didn't you say that when Erica was here? And then Denise jumps into, oh yeah, why didn't you say it? And then Kyle goes off on everybody's like, why didn't y'all say anything about my ring? Nobody came to my defense. Nobody came to my, I'm sitting here quiet. No one came to my defense. I mean, she does have a point after looking at the flashback. Like, no one aggressively stepped in for Kyle and said, why do y'all think this? Why do y'all think that new ring automatically meant Mauricio cheated on her? I mean, she had her homegirls at the table. She had Dorit, she had Anne-Marie, and she had Faye. Side note, I don't really like what anyone in this scene is wearing. Like Sutton's butterfly dress. Denise looks okay. She's just always super casual. I hate what Kyle's wearing, this vampire bustier. Crystal's usual old lady dress. And then Garcelle, I don't really like that Gucci rainbow sweater. It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't complement the red hair she has too. So after this, the ladies finally call it a night. I think this was an absolute disaster. More so for Denise and Dorit. Now wait a minute, Crystal. We cut to her confessional and she said she really thought Erica changed. Like what she said was unacceptable. Why didn't you say that in the moment? They be getting on Kyle, but Crystal gets away with it. Like Crystal got the most to say in her confessionals. So next scene, we get the usual montage of what the ladies are doing. We're with Garcelle now, and she's talking to her son on FaceTime. This is her plot line. Her son's growing up. It seems like she's just making sure she don't get another grandbaby anytime soon with her younger son. Some things I would like to see with Garcelle in the future is her relation with her ex-husband, who she put on blast. I would love to see her, being a black actress, looking for work in Hollywood. I'm sure she has like a lot of celebrity friends and stuff she hangs out with. Like, and what about Will Smith's ex? Does she still hang with her? Oh, y'all remember how bad Sheree was? Or was it Sheree? Like, she was that much of a flop, I can't remember. So next scene, we're at Dorit's house and Erica's coming over. She's basically telling her what she missed out on when she left early. Basically her destroying Denise. She tells Dorit what she said about Denise's daughter and her OnlyFans. Dorit laughs, which I'm not surprised. I mean, hey, I thought it was funny too. If Alex said something like that, I probably would have laughed. But I'm just saying, Erica, once you said that, you open yourself up for somebody coming after your kid. So just remember that. So then Erica asked Dorit what happened between her and Garcelle since she got there for the tail end of it. And the look on Dorit's face, she's like, where do I begin? I mean, Dorit knows she fucked up. And the problem is, Dorit, I think she's ignorant. I personally don't think she's racist, but there's just been too many times where you've had your foot in your mouth regarding Garcelle. The first time, I think she was talking about how she's around so many diverse people and it just turned out to be her staff. The second time, and I think, we all felt that. I felt that personally. I was angry for Garcelle. She's like, let me finish Garcelle! I was like, hold up. And now this time where she was like, oh, you're attacking me. And she was being condescending with it. And I believe Dorit didn't mean it that way, but she still seems like she isn't learning, and that's the problem. So in this scene, we cut to Garcelle talking to Sutton on FaceTime. And she actually tells Sutton that what Dorit told her made her cry herself to sleep, and she's still thinking about it. Now, I can't talk about, Garcelle's experience. Maybe she's experienced that a lot. So yeah, I mean, that's fair if it really upset her. This is me being real. I think Garcelle just don't like Dorit. So I'm surprised that they made her cry, being that I don't care what a bitch I don't like has to say about me. But anywho, Sutton is agreeing with her. But then she says Dorit is in a bubble. Let's just keep it all the way real, y'all. Sutton is 5 steps ahead of Dorit on being woke. And she's one argument away from Anne-Marie from saying the wrong thing. I think if Sutton or Kathy Hilton put their foot in their mouth, Garcelle would give them more grace because she likes them. Of course, I'm not going to have patience for somebody I don't like. Because remember, Kathy Hilton, she says she don't see color as well. And I can totally see her, doing a lot of microaggressions. So I'm just being real on that. That's what I think about it. But Dorit really needs to figure this out. I hope Garcelle and Dorit are able to squash this because their feud is it's not a fun watch. So then we see Erica just advising Dorit to just talk to Garcelle. Next scene, we're with Sutton meeting up with the matchmaker again. I forgot how overly gregarious this matchmaker is. So they're going over Sutton's date from the last episode. Clearly she did not have a good time, but the matchmaker insists on letting her know what her date thought of her. It was overwhelmingly positive, but unfortunately for Sutton, she was not into him because he kept bringing up his mom. I guess this is Sutton's storyline. I mean, she has so much money. I mean, we can only watch her buy expensive shit so much. She wants a man. So it looks like Sutton will be going on a second date. So next scene, we're at Kyle's house and Kim is coming over. And of course, they're talking about Kyle's strained relationship with Kathy. Again, if Kyle's not getting along with Kathy, she's getting along with Kim. If she's not getting along with Kim, she's getting along with Kathy. I'm wondering, has there been a point where she's just not talking to any of her sisters? But anywho, she's telling Kim the issue between her and Kathy. Kyle seems to be tired of Kathy's shit and walking on eggshells around her. She's saying Kathy can be very mean, especially when she can't get her way with her. She doesn't like the relationship that she has with her, and she wants that to change. I think it's so funny last season, no one held Kathy Hilton accountable. Unless it's on audio, no one believed Lisa Rinna. Kathy's smart though. She knows if there's no audio or video footage, then it didn't happen. It's her word against Lisa Rinna. We cut to Kyle's confessional, and you can tell that there's some unresolved trauma that she had growing up with her mom. Like, yeah, she loves and miss her mom, but I can't remember where I heard this from, but like her mom was ruthless or on some no more wire hangers type shit. Poor Kim, she just wanted everybody to get along. Oh, it's so nice seeing Kim and Kyle get along though. And I respect what Kyle is saying. Like, she wants to set boundaries for herself. Like, in the middle of her midlife crisis she's going through, she realized that, she's been taking a lot of shit from people. And that's going to stop, starting with Kathy. Next scene, we're with Crystal, talking to her husband. She's telling her husband about Taco Tuesday and how all the ladies are saying that she's quiet or she doesn't speak up. I mean, I agree with them. Like, when you're put on the spot, you withdraw or fall back. You don't really add to the conversation. Like, why are you here? Like, the most she has to say is when she's in her confessionals. And then they show the flashback that they cut out of Crystal saying, they want me to yell in this group all the fucking time. I want to know why production cut that out. I want to know the context. And maybe she wasn't that interested for them to show it. I personally think this needs to be Crystal's last season. Maybe Dorit needs to fall back. Maybe tell a friend Dove. Anne Marie, you tried. But nah. Like, we 10 episodes in. Like, you got what? 5 more episodes to prove yourself? I don't think you're going to do it. I'm still rooting for Christine from Bling Empire. Interesting. So then she tells her husband about some of the ladies that's getting thinner, and it's triggering an insecurity in her because I know she battled an eating disorder before, and it's so distracting to her sometimes she isn't present in the conversation. I think she should definitely bring that up in the group. I'm not sure how they would take it, but I mean, we would notice if she just speak up. Maybe she could tell a few of the ladies first, like Garcelle and Sutton, what's been on her mind, and then approach the whole group about it. Also, I hope this doesn't sound insensitive, but even past that, I just think she really doesn't fit in the group. Like, sometimes I really forget that she's on this show. And I'm sure she's a lovely person. So then she's talking about some drama she's having with her brother and how he resents her for, I think, forcing him to come back during COVID, that whole story. I totally forgot because we rarely talk about Crystal on this show. But yeah, that's the gist of that conversation. Fast forward. Child, next scene with Sutton on another date. Hopefully this goes well for her. She needs a spinoff. They need to call it Love All of a Sudden. Bravo, if y'all use that, y'all better pay me. Okay, so this date is going much better. Like, Sutton is smiling, she's talkative, and the guy looks good for her. He also seems interested and wants to see her again. Hopefully at the reunion, we find out that she's not single anymore. All right, well, next scene we're with Garcelle meeting Dorit for lunch. Already, this looks like it's going to be an uncomfortable watch. Yep, silence. Oh my God, this is so forced. They could have just met at a bar or something, or like a coffee shop. So Garcelle just lays it out for Dorit and lets her know that the term attack is just not cool towards a black woman. You gotta watch what you say. Like, there's 3 words: angry, attack, and aggressive. All are negative connotations towards black women. Garcelle then says, I'm not here to educate you. I don't have the bandwidth. And then Dorit says, like, from her perspective, that the word attack is used a lot in this group. And it is used a lot in Housewives. Production, they show us like a clip show of the word attack being used towards each other. I'm not sure if they use it towards Garcelle. But Dorit, in that moment, you should just hear her and just say, I apologize. Not make excuses. Dorit is maintaining that it was used in an innocent way. There was nothing behind it. And not the if it offended you. Just say I am sorry and we can move on. Garcelle catches that though and says, well, I was offended and I was emotional about it for 2 days. Like, she says she was triggered. She had to go to the beach and reflect. I mean, damn. Over Dorit of all people. But again, this is Garcelle's experience. She also says she went to bed crying and she woke up crying. Dorit then asks Garcelle, do you think I said that with bad intention? Garcelle's like, yes. Dorit is still on defense with Garcelle because she's saying that it wasn't her intention. She's calling her wrong and saying it's hurtful. We cut to Garcelle's confessional and she's like, this is why she gets under my skin. Because she asks me how I'm feeling, but she doesn't listen, then automatically go on the defense. I feel like already there's a stalemate here because Dorit, she's defensive. All she hears is Garcelle calling her a racist. And she's like, no, I'm not racist. It's just, they're saying everything but that right now. And then Garcelle, it's like she already doesn't like Dorit, so I'm just wondering, how can you even go forward with her in the group? It's just not going to be authentic. Ooh, but then Garcelle really lays it out to Dorit and says she has an unconscious Karen behavior. I mean, if the shoe fit. I know in that moment, Dorit wanted to get up from the table and be like, cut the cameras, dead ass. We cut to Dorit's confessional. She said this is a very, very serious, dangerous accusation. Dorit then asks Garcelle, well, how so? And Garcelle brings up the situation I did when she was at the table saying that my mother's best friend is black. When she was talking about her staff or whatever when Garcelle called her out. The conversation just seems to go more left as Garcelle is asking Dorit about her unconscious behavior. Dorit is like, what are you saying? What are you trying to say? That I'm racist? And Garcelle's like, I'm not trying to label you. Dorit says, well, it sounds like an implication. They're going back and forth, and Garcelle says, if there's racist undertones, then that's not my fault. Oh, God. Just end the episode there. Dorit is like super offended now, but she's like, Garcelle, you do understand. I'm Jewish. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, my God. Dorit. Every black and brown person watching this, and some white people, oh my God. Why did she say that? Why? You know Jewish people can be racist. And also looking at Dorit, I can't tell that she's Jewish. She's then saying, you reduced me to privilege. Garcelle's like, well, aren't you? And then Dorit throws it right back at her, aren't you? Oh my God, now it just turned comical. Dorit needs to just learn to listen, but I guess like she's so concerned with being labeled a racist, she's not hearing Garcelle. A lot of white people have that problem when you call them out on stuff. I'm not racist. Like they think they just automatically go to burning crosses in people's yard. No, there's little things that can be racist. Just correct that behavior. Man, this conversation, y'all, like, it's just getting worse. Like, she's like, Dorit, why are you saying my name like that so much? And then Dorit, she's like, that's just something I do. Does that trigger you? Like, just end the conversation. Somebody just get their food to go, pay the check, and leave. I want to know what y'all think about this conversation. Like, it's a lot, y'all. I also don't like how this started as Garcelle trying to tell Dorit how what she said made her feel, to now Dorit saying, well, you know how that made me feel, Garcelle? You know how that made me feel? They needed a moderator. They need Erica at this lunch. So then it just ends with Garcelle saying, I don't know how we're going to move forward, but, you know, I'm going to try. And whenever housewives say that, like, everything going forward is not authentic. And they're probably going to land right back where they were eventually. Dorit finally says, I'm very sorry that triggered you. Like, you should have said, that was the first thing you should have said. Like, just let it go, Dorit. Like, you were wrong in that situation. Like, the more you defend yourself, the crazier you sound. The credits are rolling now. We cut to Dorit in her confessional. She's saying she just wasn't aware. She knows better now. I don't know. And then Garcelle's telling her, we're going to be okay. I don't think so. Especially at the reunion coming up. This is going to be very interesting. I'm also interested, like, where do they go from here? And are the other ladies going to jump into this conversation? That's where the episode ends. Anywho, y'all, I would love to know y'all thoughts on this episode. Black Bravo Sunday nights are back. So I have my Married to Medicine and Potomac review coming up. Oh, God. I just saw a clip of Potomac, and I am not excited. Anywho, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.